Do you have a dream? You want to start your own business? You want to start going on your entrepreneurial endeavor, and you are gripped with fear, and you are not taking steps forward? Well, today you are at the right spot. Welcome to All Things Leadership Podcast. My name is Nhlaka H, and we believe that every believer is a leader, and you do not start from where you hope to be. You start from where you are. Today's guest is a veteran in leadership. She is a go-getter. She is a great leader. She gathers people. She leads businesses, and she's a great communicator. And today we are going to learn some critical business lessons and the steps that we need to take for us to move forward. So please help me welcome Mrs. Nompilo Gumede.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. What were some of the challenges that you faced as you were rising at university and in the working space?
Okay, so university. Let's start university. University, you know, when you come from your school, you are the top of your... We all get there because we are top. So I think I got 42 points and they needed 40 points.
Yes.
So I really thought I'm top of my game.
Yes.
But you get there, you meet kids that did English first language. I mean, I didn't do English as a first language. So you go there and you listen in the ecos class, you don't understand. So you have to go interpret stuff for yourself again and raise. So for me, it was hard to just catch up with other kids. I had to go an extra mile to a point that I actually didn't finish my degree in record time. So I had to go and work at KZN Wildlife, where my mentor was the CFO. Yeah. See, now that's what's important with the mentor. So if you're having challenges, you're going to communicate with her. So she opened the door for me. Wow. And when I was there, I only stayed for a year. And then I met Kim, who was at Harvard House in Howick, doing with the company of accountants. That's where I did my articles. So I think the one skill that we lack as people sometimes, it's building relationships. It's networking, not for what you can get, but for what you can also give. Because
please repeat that. Because
build relationships. Be kind to people. There's no need to fight. Sure. Not for what you can only get, but for what you can offer. And guess we are children of God. We're supposed to give.
Yes. And
God will bless us. They say, the word says that it is more blessed to give than to receive.
Yes.
So why are we the people that want to get instead of giving?
Sure. Wow.
Because sometimes we give with ulterior motives, saying I'm going to give this to Nqaba because.
Yes.
Because certain things, it's not the people that we help that are going to pay us back.
Yes.
God will pay us back.
Yes.
Because He's a faithful and generous God.
Yes.
So that I believe with all my heart.
Yeah.
That's why I help people today. I mentor at the National Youth Development Agency.
Wow.
And they don't pay me.
Yes.
Because I'm giving to the youth of South Africa.
Yes.
I'm opening their eyes and saying, you've got this business. Let's structure it in a way that it will work. Let's apply for this funding. Let's make this work for you so that you can hire people and then our country can produce better money.
Yo, that's amazing. And so you when we were speaking, you mentioned what you started a business because the corporate world wasn't really working for you. What were you going through?
I was going through a lot. Kuningi. You know, I was reading the story about Joseph these days, and I could actually relate to it. That sometimes God will remove you from where you are for you to be a leader somewhere else. Yeah. Had I not left corporate, I wouldn't be occupying the spaces that I'm getting into now. I wouldn't have 5 people in my office working. Wow. I wouldn't have projects that I'm doing. There are many things on the pipeline that when they come out, people are going to be saying, where did this lady come from? Like last year in July, I won that award for top 100 influential women.
Come on.
And people are like, where have you been? I'm like, I've been in corporate.
Wow.
So I believe corporate for me was being built up to be the powerhouse that I am today and that I will be in the future as well.
Sure.
That I believe God has called me to be. Because I believe my purpose is to connect with people, pull them out of their situations, because some people are in a dark space. So if they meet with me, the name being Nompilo means I should give them life.
Yeah.
I cannot do the opposite.
Yeah.
I cannot make them see their situation as worse instead of being good.
Sure.
But yeah, I did my serving in corporate. I felt like I was in a box. I felt like there's something better. See, when I used to see the email with the meetings at the chamber, I would say something will just I will not feel good about it being sitting in that chair, not being able to attend those meetings. And funny enough, when I started at another company, it's an international company here in Willowton, a lady in my first week, she said, "Nompilo, you don't belong here." I was like, "Oh, Carol, what are you saying now?"
Sure.
She's like, "You belong out there." And at that point, it didn't make sense. Where is out there?
Yes.
But now that I'm out there, I know what Carol meant.
So there's life out there.
That's where Nompilo belongs, out there. Because she needs to create opportunities for other people. She cannot have just one stream of income. She needs to have different streams of income. She needs to employ people and show them how things are done. She needs to run multiple companies. She needs to be a mom as well, because I love this mom business thing that I get to go pick up my kids early. I get to watch them play sports. And I get to support my husband, the best way I can. Hey?
Wow.
So I'm where I feel I needed to be. But corporate for me, it really helped me grow and also learn. Because now when I meet with people, I'm not second guessing myself, because I know I did this thing for 16 years.
Yes.
And I still continue to empower myself. I was just graduated from an NEF and SARS program. I've just applied for another one. Because, when you're not in business, you don't know that there's so many corporates that want to fund you as a business to grow your skills.
Sure.
It's called enterprise development. And then another one is called supplier development. So those things, corporates give it to you as part of their corporate social responsibility.
Sure.
But you'll never know that if you're not doing business.
I didn't know that, man.
Exactly. I was in corporate. I know that we had to pay a certain percentage to grow other small upcoming businesses.
Yo, that's so cool.
It is so cool. So that's why I'm always trying to motivate people to come buy the business if they can, because I understand that we're not all called to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And I won't force people. Some of my friends are like, Nompilo, it's not mine, it's yours.
Yes.
And I respect that.
100%.
But for those who feel that, I feel I'm called to create opportunities for other people, I feel I'm called to do this,
it's powerful.
then follow me.
So now, you've got such an inspiring story. How does the dream of women in business come about? Was it women in business first, and then Cava later? And let's start with women in business. How did this whole concept start for you, and what were the practical steps that you took in order for you to do these gatherings?
I love that question, because I always tell people that instead of being jealous of what other people are doing well, admire them, ask them how they're doing it, and tell them you appreciate them.
Yes.
So there's a lady called Ali Engelberg. She was the founder of Women in Business. And me, being Nompilo, I met her on the 20th of February 2020. And then my MD from the previous company, you see, everything works together for the good. So I was supposed to be in corporate so that I get to know about women in business, and then be the CEO 2 years later.
Wow.
And I've been the CEO for the past, I started in 2022, so this is my third year.
Wow.
So I meet Ali. She's a bubbly lady. I love what she does. And then the step I needed to take was to attend career coaching. Coaching and mentorship are very important. you are not performing at your best without someone asking you those relevant questions.
Yes.
Without someone leading you on the path that they know. Of course, we must be careful who we choose to mentor us, who we choose to coach us.
Yeah.
But I really believe in those two things. So I was attending career coaching with Vumile Msweli, and then she asked me, name 5 people that are doing amazing things that you love.
Sure.
And this is 2021. No, it's 2022 April.
Yes.
And then Ali was my first person. And Ali being the first person, I'm already an accountant for women in business. I'm already helping Ali issue invoices. I'm helping her because she was telling me that she's becoming tired of this. And I'm actually the one who registered the women in business. So she's delegating a lot of work to me. I also had a podcast that back then I was doing empowerment podcast. I even interviewed Ali on how her job, being a CEO of women in business, and how she started and what's her aim.
Yes.
So all I'm saying is, if you like what that person is doing, don't be jealous and not ask them and think,
yes.
Go to them and tell them, girl, you're doing amazing things.
Wow.
I really admire you.
Yes.
So, number one, then in the coaching class, I write Vumile, I write other people like Oprah, like Michelle Obama, all the other people that I'm not there yet with. So, after that April thing, in May, Ali is resigning. And then my coach comes back to me and says, Nompilo, remember on your plan, on your dream, on your vision board, you said you'd like to be the CEO of Women in Business. So I'm nominating you. Let's see if people are going to vote for you.
Wow.
People voted for me.
Wow.
And that's how I became the CEO of Women in Business. Because I was true to myself and I went for it. So when they said, we're nominating you, I said, okay, sure. Because sometimes we like things, but we act as if we don't like them. You know, sometimes girls will be dating, but when people will be like, well, do you like getting married? No, not me. I'm not ready. Why are you lying?
Yes.
Just be honest, be authentic. God will bring what you need your side because you know, the people around you know. So to a point that I believe that God knows our hearts and He will align us.
Sure.
It's like with my husband as well. I sent God a list that this is what I would like.
Yeah.
And boom.
Yeah, he needs to have a baritone of a voice. Okay, that's so cool. And why specifically women in business for you? What was it for you that stood out about this phrase that wants to assist women in the business space? What was unique about it?
Women have a particular special place in my heart because my mom had bipolar. And I think seeing her not believing in her dreams, she ended up living for us.
Sure.
She was a teacher. She passed on when she was 45. I just realized that there's so much more in a woman, but sometimes they're not aware of it.
Yeah.
So I committed myself to helping women thrive because sometimes as women we have this thing called pull head down syndrome. Instead of wanting to help another woman, we just want to pull her down.
Sure.
And that I experienced a lot in corporate. With the ladies from corporate, they want to win at your expense. Oof. I also had good friends, I must say that. But others, they don't care. They are in it for themselves.
Sure.
So being a child of God, I was like, if we help one another, we can all win. Because to be honest, we all don't want the same thing.
Yes.
Soft life for you is not the same soft life for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe soft life for me is an oft life for you.
Exactly. So I was like, what if as women, we were really to help one another to win in our whatever we're doing? Because, you know, lighting another candle does not take away your light. But actually, we can all light our candles and be all bright and all shine. And that's what I do for Women in Business today. All I do is just shine the women who are members of Women in Business and make them know that they can do it.
Sure.
They've got it in them. Because sometimes you need that one person that's going to believe in you.
Yeah.
So for the 800 members of Women in Business, if they need someone, they call me and say, Nompilo, I've got this.
Amazing.
And in the end of the call, I'm like, you can do it, right? Because of being in women in business,
yes,
I've made so many connections. So I'm even able to connect them and say, let's call so and so to help you. So sometimes I don't even end up helping the people, but because of the network is so big, then it ends up helping itself out.
So you'd say Women in Business is a network of women who wants to execute on their dreams of business, and they it's a place where they can call for help.
Exactly. Because now they have the same problem. They all have the same problem that they're starting businesses. Some of them are actually in corporate.
Yeah.
So you have people that you can ask.
Yes.
That's why I said we have also a mentorship program.
Yes,
We've got coaches.
Yeah.
So you're not alone in this problem. Because sometimes you die just because you think you're alone. So in women in business, we know that we are not alone.
That's amazing.
Even I know that I'm not alone.
Yes.
Because if I need help, I know that I can call people in my network to help me, and they're willing to help me.
Wow.
So I'm so thankful for the members of Women in Business.
Sure.
I'm also so thankful to Ali for starting this thing and for helping us, because she laid the foundation.
Amazing.
So I'm taking over from an able leader who's laid the foundation. So I'm just doing more.
Amazing.
And it was so humbling. 2 months after I took over, she wrote me an email. She's like, I love the excellent work that you're doing. The beauty of your youth is showing up.
Sure.
And for me, that was like, I found my calling.
Yes.
Because calling is not about money. It's about executing the call of God in your generation, your purpose. So I feel like, well, I haven't hit 1 billion. I was hoping for 1 million for now.
Yeah.
But I'm doing the call of God in my generation. I'm able to be the hands and the feet and the help and the brains to structure and to do everything that God has called us to do.
That is so amazing. Then how does Cava Africa come about?
Oh, yes. So Cava Africa started in 2019. My sister.
You know what I admire about your businesses? They're very new. They're very relevant. It shows what Nama can do it now.
You can do it now. So I posted a video on Saturday morning. It was just a lazy day. I had nothing to do. And then on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then I opened my TikTok yesterday. I've got 700 new followers. Just because I spoke about this funding, and I thought everybody knew about it. It's just that the dates changed.
Yeah.
So when you say it's relevant, it really is relevant, because as young people, we're looking for alternatives in terms of what else can we do other than just working full time.
Yes. Wow.
And it's possible. Opportunities are everywhere, but we must share with the relevant people our dreams, and then they will make our dreams be a reality. So 2019, we start Cava Africa with my sister Ayanda Shobete. I actually work with her.
Wow.
So we didn't start it with accounting. We were just selling African print hoodies, sweaters, and T-shirts, So people loved it. So we'll just post on WhatsApp. We even have a page on Instagram. And then my mentor, colleague again, the one from high school, the one who helped me get the sponsorships.
Yeah.
She comes back and says, Nompilo, I've got this client. I need you to take over and do their books. So I started doing it. I'm still in corporate, but now I'm doing the work, the accounting work after hours. So from 4 to 6 a.m., I'm doing the work. Then from 6 to 7, I'm getting the kids ready to go to school. And then I work corporate 8 to 4. And then, so I started with just 2 hours of my day. And I only had one client.
I like that.
Because sometimes we cannot jump into something when we...
Sure.
Yes, so that gave me the confidence.
2 hours a day?
Just 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
Processing this, it was a doctor. I was just doing his books.
Yeah.
And then he started being happy with my work. And then he was like, can you add payroll there in the package? I was like, sure. So I'm doing payroll, tax, bookkeeping. And if he's got things that needs to be done, maybe Stats SA things, he sends them to me.
Wow.
So he tells his payroll guy that you are not efficient. I've got my accountant now who's going to help me with payroll. So when I stop doing my payroll, I'm like, hi, Bob, since I'm doing incredible work. And this guy is paying me on a monthly basis. I'm like, oh, okay. So this thing can be done.
Yeah.
So that was 2020, 2021, 2022. So in 2023, I leave corporate. Because now, this demand is growing for Cava Africa business solutions now. Not just the African print. So that is how I got into this space. And 2 years later, I'm where I am. I've got offices up the road. I'm able to pay salaries. I'm able to pay rent. I'm looking for land to build my offices.
Yes, man.
And what I like about Cava Africa is I'm able to also be the CEO of Women in Business. I'm also able to help other women who are in business. I'm able to run masterclasses to educate people about tax. Because people are scared of SARS, right, guys? People are scared of SARS.
How do we deal with SARS? Please help us,
SARS is easy. SARS, when you register your business with CIPC, also register with SARS as a public officer. From there, declare. Tell SARS, I made a profit of this much. And to tell you the truth, you only start paying the tax after a profit of 97,000 or more. And that's what I always tell people as well, because I just had someone now who was saying, my other accountant advised me not to register my business and be a sole prop. I'm like, but it's not a good advice, because you are an individual and then there's a business is its own legal entity.
Yes.
So operate as a business so that it will be your sales, your cost of sales. All these other expenses will be deductible. You'll only pay tax after all these have been removed. But in your personal capacity, SARS sees you as an individual.
Sure.
So the tax rates of the individuals are higher than the tax rates of the company.
Wow.
The company is standing at 28%, sometimes 27%. But individuals can go up to 60%. So there's a higher risk this side that you're paying more tax, and this side you're actually paying less tax. And it's nice to actually separate yourself so that you know that your business is being profitable, so that you don't see your drawings and everything that you do on the business. So separate yourself and pay yourself a salary.
That's powerful. But you know what I've thought? I'm like, your accountants are expensive.
No.
How does a simple person, who's they're starting today, right? And how do they make sure that their books are in place? Do they keep every slip for transactions they make? How do those things balance?
They have to account and make sure that everything that is in the bank statement. So if you cannot afford an accountant, which is like maybe 1,000 rands a month, you can actually do it yourself. And then maybe take it to an accountant when you need financials and tax.
Sure.
But it's reasonable, guys. It's something that's doable. We shouldn't run away from it, because you're gonna come back. What if your business just becomes big and makes a lot of money? Then you owe SARS a lot of money. Now a lot of things need to be done.
Yeah.
But had you started working with the person alongside and make sure that you're compliant. And then the nice thing about being always compliant is you get, when opportunities are available, like those corporates that want you to have your CIPC, that want you to have your tax clearance, that want you to have your management accounts. You see, so you are ready to take advantage of those opportunities. Actually, there's an asset assess fund that's due tomorrow. It's closing tomorrow from SARS, not from CEDA. So they're going to give you assets to the value of 250,000. And all they need is a cash flow projection. You can even be a startup. I've actually got a friend who got 2 million as a startup with nothing, with just her proposal, her cash flow, what. I do her accounting now. And she's been in business for the past 5 years.
Wow.
And she got that money, and she continues to get other fundings that are coming by. Because sometimes we think it's for certain people, it's for all of us.
Yes.
It is for all of us. It's just that sometimes we're scared to take the opportunities just because we think we cannot. So we must believe in ourselves so that we take advantage of those opportunities.
Take ground. There's ground to be taken. I also think that there's also this mindset of thinking that you need to pay back funding.
A lot of money.
No funding.
Grant funding is never paid back. The NYDA that I'm speaking about, my mentees don't have to pay a cent to that. The CEDA fund I'm talking about, no cent to that. Another fund, a women advancement fund due on the 28th of February, that's the one I was talking about on TikTok. No payback. The government is just saying, I want your small business to grow. You don't have to pay anything back.
Yo, that's amazing. So how does Mrs. Nompilo spin these different plates? Being a mother, being a wife, women in business, Cava Africa, still pioneering new things. How do you spin them? How do you handle all those things at once?
I must admit that it's not easy.
Sure.
It's actually not even easy being in business, but you keep pushing yourself. For me, I'm thankful for the support that I get from my husband, that I know that if I'm not able to do certain things, maybe if we're both around Maritzburg and I'm not able to take the boys to soccer, he'll take them.
Sure.
So, but I've become very intentional as a mom that whenever I'm with my kids, I put my phone on the side.
Sure.
Just so that whatever time I spend with them, it's quality time. I also do the same with my husband. Before we go to bed, we put our phones, so that we appreciate being with one another. So being intentional is really, really helpful, so that you get the best out of the relationships. And another thing is, things don't demand the same time, everything at the same time. Like right now, this week, I'm busy with the funding that I'm telling you about. So I'll make sure that I don't make appointments, my accounting appointments, as much as I would. And then I won't have any women in business events because I know I'm busy with this. Sure. So I work on a calendar and I'm like, okay, I can do this on this day. I can do that on that day. This month is not good because of this. So I try and work on it. Wow. So that it balances, so that I'm able to give my best in every role that I play.
Wow.
So what I do is I drop off my kids at school. Routine actually helps as well. So I wake up, take a walk, process things, pray about things for an hour from 5 to 6, and then take my kids to school. And then when I get to my office, I meet with my team. Okay, what's in it today? We've got a board. Okay, so what's urgent today? This client is paid. We need to get out the financials. We need to sort out their tax. I'm preparing to go to speak somewhere, because I think public speaking is also my calling now, because they pay me for it. So I'm happy to do public speaking. So I'm having this talk at this date, so they've paid, so I must start preparing for this. So I'm honest with my staff that which things are important, what needs to be done, and I delegate as much as possible. I think it's a gift of being a leader, that you can delegate, because it empowers your staff to know what you know. I don't keep secrets from them, because this is our business. We must all win. So for me, not to take everything on my shoulders and delegate it to them as much as possible helps me to be able to do other things. Helps me to go to networking events so that I can grow the business. Because the clients I have now are not going to make us to reach the billions that we want to make in the company.
Yes.
So I need to go out and have other clients and 100%. Meet other new people that are going to need my services. Amazing. So if I stay in the office, I'll end up missing out on amazing opportunities to meet exciting people. And I think that's my strength for me. The strength is networking and building relationships, because I love people.
Yo, let's talk about some challenges that you faced as you started. Before we speak about even the challenges. I'm just imagining how was your first day working as a full-time business owner. You know the day.
Yeah.
That day you like, I've committed, I've left everything. Now I'm starting. How was the day, and what are some of the challenges that you face in your world?
The first day was all tears. Because I was thinking I'm leaving something. Ugogo actually told me, Nompilo, go back to work, because you're frustrating your husband.
Sure.
I'm like, Gogo, but what's your plan? Gogo was like, no, girl, doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Pindela, kwamlungu.
Yes.
So that got me so frustrated. But I'm like, but now at Gogo, you were entrepreneurial. She was like, I was a teacher. I had backup. You must have backup. Continue with your things. She used to call this accounting business my things. Continue with your things on the side, but go back to your security. And I don't want to lie, it was scary.
Sure.
So that whole month in March 2023, all I was doing was crying mostly. Because I didn't know what was going to come after that.
Sure.
But I think what helped me was, before I stopped working, because I cancelled my contract with immediate effect, someone actually gave me a prophecy and said, God said, I must tell you that she wants you to go to business full time. And I was like, who are you telling me that I must go to business full time? Like, no, God said I must tell you.
Sure.
And it was scary. And I had received prophecies before. I now remember when Cape Town with Tulani and Lusanda was saying, oh, I see a lot. God is doing a lot in your future. And I was like, are you talking to me? Like, I see you're going to empower a lot of people. I see God is going to do it. I believed it. At that point, we had lost Nqaba, so it was like people are trying to uplift me, Shem. They're trying to give me positive vibes in jail.
Tell us a little bit about Nqaba. What happened?
Nqaba was our first son. So we got married in 2012, September. And then in 2013, October, we were blessed with a healthy baby. And we named him Nqaba. And 6 months later, in April, the child did not get sick, just stops breathing.
Sure.
So that brought a lot of, we were shaken in our marriage because of that, because we were firm believers that God is with us. Actually, the name Nqaba itself says God is our refuge and strength in times of trouble, you know. So we believed in that, and we had tried to do everything the Christian way, like, you know, you wait until you get married to have a child. You know, you know, you try to do everything by the book. So when this happened, it actually brought a lot of shaking.
Yes.
That, Lord, what is it that we did not do right? Not because we were being self-righteous, but because it was really a question of what did we do? But, you know, the Bible says that his ways are higher than our ways. And his thoughts are higher than our thoughts.
Sure.
So he passed on, it was 2014, yeah.
Sure.
So it was a big knockout for us. It took a long time for us to heal. It was a matter of, I could not speak to my husband because I don't know how he's feeling that day. So some days I would be feeling like I want to talk about the baby, but he was not ready to talk about the baby. So we'll end up fighting over nothing because why are you bringing that subject now?
Sure.
So grief is very, very painful.
Sure.
So if you're going through grief at the moment, just be kind to yourself. These things happen. We do not know the plan of God.
Sure.
Yeah. So, but the miracle came when the doctor said to me, I will not get another child. Because I had polycystic ovarian syndrome. And then we went on a trip to Mauritius on a mission. And then when I came back, I was expecting an Esu without any operation.
Sure.
So how great is God that when people have said things, he's still able to perform what he only can perform. And then it didn't end there. We got an Esu in 2016 and we got Nhlaka in 2019.
Look at God.
Without any operation, with just prayer. Because there's a pastor that called us and said, your friend told me that the doctors have said this to you, but it will happen because of God's goodness, because of God's faithfulness, because of God's kindness. So we get to see God's faithfulness with our kids every day.
That's
like
amazing.
The fact that they are there is God's doing. It's not a man's doing. We didn't have to do anything. We just needed to trust him, and he made it happen.
That's amazing. I know that your husband wrote a book called Nqaba, I think.
Nqaba Griffin Home.
Yes. Well, is it just his version on that? on the book, or is there a little bit of your story of how you processed the grief yourself as well?
It is his version, but he also states certain things that I was also doing in dealing with the grief process.
Yeah.
But I'm also busy with my book.
Yes.
As much as it's about financial freedom, but people have been giving me titles and saying, please throw this in. Please throw coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
Please throw this and that. Please throw in networking. How are you able to build relationships? Because sometimes when people do you wrong, you want to write them off. But I'm not the one to write people off. I'm the one to say, okay, you did me wrong. It's okay. I forgive you. And sometimes my husband asks me, how do you forgive so fast? I'm like, it's the grace that God has given me.
That's amazing. Lastly, Seso, what do you say to someone who has a dream and is not executing? Maybe one of the reasons is like, hey, or startup capital. That's most of our reasons. Or they're grappling with fear. Maybe they're in that corporate space, or they're maybe in the dark space, but they're still dreaming and they haven't started executing. You can speak to them, Lapayana.
Somebody, listen to this. Your dreams are valid. Start small, start where you are. You don't have to leave your job. If you feel that you are called to be an entrepreneur, start small, see how it works. Empower yourself with knowledge as much as possible. Build. That investment will never run, like it will never leave you. It will be worth your while to build while you can. And get yourself a mentor, get yourself a coach. Ask questions, inbox people. Mina, I'm not scared. If I see that there's something I can learn from someone, I'll inbox that person. And just know right now that you too can do it. All these stories of people telling amazing things of what they've done, they also were scared like you. So feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yo, that's amazing. So, Sis Nompilo, thank you so much for coming through. How do we get a hold of you? Would you like to share how do people get a hold who need help at Cava Africa, women in business, or even what you say, you're speaking gigs?
Yes, I speak. I encourage people. That's my calling.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Such a great communicator. Where do they find you?
So, I'm on Instagram. I'm Nompilo, But please follow my page as well with accounting tips and stuff, Cava Solutions. Also on Facebook, Nompilo Gumede. I'm wearing a red dress. The other account was a personal one, so it's over 5,000. So now people cannot follow me on that one. Maybe they can follow me, but rather do the professional one, Nompilo Gumede. On TikTok, I'm Nompilo Ayeyeye. I also do videos to empower people on how to learn about businesses, because I'm passionate about business. I believe we can have healthy and thriving businesses. And then I also have a YouTube account. It's Nompilo Gumede, Building a Powerhouse, because that's how my journey started. I just wanted to build women up. And then that's how I ended up being the CEO of Women Business and also running my own business. You cannot tell people that it can be done if you're not doing it yourself.
Sure.
See, now they hear me better than they used to when I was still in corporate saying, hi, do your business.
Yes.
They'll be like, but you are working.
Yes.
You don't know the challenges we're having. But now I'm able to see those challenges firsthand and look for solutions.
Yeah. Because
the solutions are there. For every problem, there is a solution.
Come on.
There are tools that are ready that you need to use. You must just, sometimes we even know the tools. Yeah, remember that guy when he said he almost chopped his finger at the leadership, last summit. It's like this tool is working. So there are tools that we need to use. And Women in Business is one of them. And NYDA is one of them. And asking questions is one of them. Because the people who have gone before you have made those things possible are able to answer you. It's not everyone that's jealous and that's going to want to charge you money for telling you what it is that they did. Empowering yourself, books, YouTube and stuff. Okay, what other accounts? I'm also on LinkedIn. I'm Nompilo Gumede. And LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. So I'm everywhere, basically. I'm also on Threads. Nompilo, yeah.
Yo.
So Women in Business is Women in Business ZA with a lady with the red lipstick. It's actually a drawing with the red lipstick. So please follow us there. We post all our upcoming events. We've got mentorship programs. And you don't have to pay a thing. You just need to be a member. And being a member of Women in Business is only 60 rands a month. But if you choose to pay 720 for the whole year, that's your option. But make sure if you're a woman and you want to grow in business, please follow Women in Business. And if you are a business person and you're not compliant and you're even scared when you hear the word SARS, you hear your tummy like it's, it's painful. Just contact me. Just DM us at Cava Solutions. We'll give you solutions for your business that can make it grow and scale up. The nice thing about us is just we do not sort out your financials only, but we also share opportunities with you. Like before I came here, I had my clients in my office saying, we're going to apply for this funding. And I'm not telling them, no, let me help you with the proposal. Let me help you with the cash flow forecasting, all those things that the funders need so that you can be able to be in a position to be fundable. And we've seen a lot of people, we've helped a lot of people out of their tax problems. So we've got the solution. So Cava Solution is your place to be if you are having a business. So follow me on all those places and let's connect. Let's make your business compliant because it's possible, because it's the right thing to do. Before SARS can follow you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Usually I close the episode, but I think you closed it amazingly. Thank you. Thank you. See you next time. Keep hustling, keep moving. Danke.
Bye.